Welcome back, 431, 730 AM, 102.9 FM, WTNT. Andy Parks, Fred Grandy. Yes, both of us together again here live at the Washington Times. And we're joined now by Times 24/7 editor, Katherine Timpf. Hello, Katherine.
Hello.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, what are you guys working on? A little busy?
Yeah, we're busy covering everything that's going on in the Middle East right now. I actually just put up a video. I don't know if it's up yet, but found a flashback of then Senator candidate President Obama saying that the day he's inaugurated, all hostility with the Middle East will stop.
It's about the same time that the oceans were going to roll.
Right, exactly. I'm like, so your magical powers plan didn't work out.
No.
So now what are you going to do?
Yeah, honestly.
He's like, I really thought. He's like, well, my half-sister is a Muslim, so.
Well, you may recall yesterday we had the soundbite of him from back in 2008. He was talking about, what did he make a reference to? Oh, exactly what Romney did, commenting on foreign policy of the current president.
Yeah, when he
had done the same thing to George W. Bush and of course, John McCain running for the president.
Right, but nobody really covered it.
But there's no problem with that. I mean, a candidate should talk about foreign
policy. Of course.
Right. Romney's waited too long, I think, to assert his bona fides on foreign policy, and that's why he's getting blasted in the press.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree with you.
All right, what else you have?
An official at a liberal super PAC told supporters that it's better and more effective to label Republicans as racist than to criticize their policies.
I saw that.
He said, when we said that Steve King is pro-life and believes in cutting Social Security and voted for the Ryan budget, no one cared. But when we said Steve King's a racist, King believes that immigrants ought to be put on electric fences, people moved. So this is their advice.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Oh,
I mean, if you watch MSNBC, the entire, network paints all Republicans as racist. I mean, Chris Matthews does it every single night. Every single
Everyone's
night.
a racist.
But, the one thing I don't understand, having been on the other side of the aisle for most of my political life, is we always get attacked with blunt instruments, and we fight back with cotton candy.
Yeah.
Right.
But that has been a little different this year, though, Fred. And, I mean, if you look at American Crossroads, and if you look at, some of the RNC ads, they're coming back pretty hard, and they do it very quickly. Whereas in the past, it's always been a response comes, and it's rather meek, and it comes a week later. And I do notice this year they're hitting a little bit harder. Now, whether it pays off in the long run, who knows? But, I feel a little better about it.
Oh, you're racist. Everyone shuts up.
All right. You got another one?
Yeah. Obama had the ceremony for the Olympians today on the White House lawn, so he's over there focusing on that. And when Michelle introduced him, she said, don't worry, he's going to meet all of you. It doesn't matter how much it messes up his schedule.
Yeah. After all, he's got Letterman
he's
tonight.
He's got nothing to do. Yeah. He's got. There's a crisis in the Middle East.
Right.
He's got to get to Vegas.
But,
and he can't talk to Netanyahu because he's way too busy. He's got to talk to the pimp with the limp down in Miami.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
Just the blatant disregard for the seriousness of his job.
But you track this stuff.
Yeah.
It's got to be working for him. The fact that he talks to the pimp with the limp, that he goes to kind of hip-hop DJs, that he has a kind of hip-hop quality himself, sad to say, it's almost enough to get you elected.
Well, it's a distraction. It's working. It keeps anybody from actually talking about how terrible of a job he's doing.
And keep in mind, there was a survey not all that long ago saying that most young people in America get their news from Jon Stewart.
And exactly back to your point, this is why calling somebody as a racist as opposed to saying he's absolutely wrong on this immigration thing is a lot easier.
Yeah, that's true. All right, got time for one more.
Kansas is actually considering taking Obama off the ballot over birth certificate.
Their Secretary of State, this guy Chris Kobach, he is the guy that got a lot of hard anti-immigration language into the GOP platform. I'm going to try and get him on the show next week because I've talked to him.
Sure, get him while I'm here. That's probably the reason he'd come on.
Well, because I want to talk about you.
All right.
Anyway, we can keep Andy out of Kansas?
Yeah. Forever? Yeah. All right. Well, listen, thank you. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk on Monday. Actually, you'll talk on Monday with Fred.
Monday.
Yeah, I won't be here.
Well, we'll talk about you then.
Just a reminder, I'll be out probably having a good time doing something. But, hey, that's just me. See you later.
Yep.
Katherine Timpf, the editor at Times247.com. Check it out right now. 4:35, 7:30 a.m., 102.9 FM, WTNT. Ed Kelly on the way next.